My child, you've been ignored, underestimated, and betrayed, yet you kept going. But now, it's time to stop pleasing, stop proving. It's time to disappear. I repeat, it's time to disappear. Not to escape, but to rebuild. When you disappear, you reclaim yourself. You silence the noise. You walk away from fake smiles and empty rooms. And today, I will give you 4 powerful lessons that have transformed thousands of lives, and they will change yours too. Lesson 1, how to disappear. Lesson 2, what to do in the shadows. Lesson 3, how to return unrecognizable. Lesson 4, how to become the person you never thought you could be. Lesson 1, how to disappear. Disappearing is an art. It is not something you do because you are scared. It is something you do because you are finally ready to take yourself seriously. In a world that worships loud voices, those who disappear become the most dangerous. They are not distracted. They are not performing. They are not chasing likes, validation, or false success. They are building silently, day after day. It starts with a shift in mindset. You do not owe anyone anything. You do not owe replies. You do not owe explanations. You do not owe smiles while you are dying inside. You do not owe your energy to anyone but yourself. You owe it to yourself to become the version of you were always meant to be. Let me speak plainly. Disappearing means you start protecting your energy like your life depends on it, because it does. You stop giving your energy to gossip, to pointless conversations, to people who only call when they need something. Step 1, cut everything that does not serve your growth. Look around your life like a surgeon. Cut every single thing that holds you back. Apps, people, habits, time wasters. If you watch 4 hours of random videos every day, text 15 people who bring you zero peace, scroll endlessly for no reason, you are drowning your future. Delete, block, exit, log out, no explanations. Your peace does not need permission. Step 2, create a private world for yourself. You do not need to leave the country or run into the mountains, but you do need a private world, a space where you wake early, read things that fuel your mind, write goals that give you direction, plan habits that build your body and mind. A place where no one knows what you're doing, but you are working harder than ever. This is the secret of every winner you admire. Step 3, accept the loneliness. Loneliness is part of transformation. Yes, it will feel lonely. You will miss people. You will feel strange when your phone is silent. But that silence is the sound of your old life fading and your new identity being born. In that loneliness, you will find clarity. You will hear your own voice again without everyone else's opinions. Do not fear loneliness. Fear living another year in a life you hate. Step 4, commit like your life depends on it. Do not disappear for 2 days and come back. Do not disappear for attention. Do not announce your break. Just do it for real. No one needs to know. Disappear for 30 days, then 90, then 1 year. Give it everything. Give it your soul. Watch what happens. Because when you disappear, you do not just escape the world. You create your own stage. Lesson 2, what to do in the shadows. You have disappeared. You have walked away from the noise. You have become unavailable to the world that drained you. But now, the real question begins. What do you do in the shadows? This is where most people fail. They leave the crowd but do not grow. They disappear but do not evolve. They isolate but do not transform. They confuse hiding with healing. That is the difference between running away and rising again. This is not about being alone. It is about using that aloneness to build something extraordinary. This is your cocoon. This is your cave. This is where the old version of you dies and the unshakable, unstoppable, unrecognizable version of you begins to breathe. In the shadows, there are no likes, no praise, no attention, no cheering, just silence, just work. Just the sound of your breath and your heartbeat saying, keep going, you are becoming powerful. Let me tell you what this stage means. This is where your discipline is tested. This is where you face your truth without excuses. This is where your routines are born, your body is built, your mind is rewired, your goals are designed, your habits are carved like stone. Now let me give you 4 powerful, detailed, and brutally real steps for what to do in the shadows. Step 1, create a silent routine that no one knows about. When you control your time, you control your life. While others wake at 9 a.m. scrolling their phones, you will already be 2 hours into your day. Not watching, not waiting, but winning. Create a routine that becomes your secret weapon. No one needs to know what time you wake, what you study, read, or plan. Let it be sacred. Let it be yours. Step 2, learn skills that make you dangerous. Become a student again, not in school, but in life. You do not need money or a classroom. You need obsession. Use your time to learn what the old you feared. Read books on confidence. Watch stories of those who failed and succeeded. Your shadows should feel like a secret laboratory. Every day, experiment, learn, and evolve in silence. Imagine a tiny seed buried deep in the soil, dark, cold, unseen. It is alone, but it does not stop. Slowly, it sends roots deep, day by day. It pushes upward toward the sunlight. No music, no motivation, no crowd, only silence and hard work. The wind pushes it, the rain hits it, the heat burns it, but it keeps growing. Weeks pass, months pass. One day, a small green plant breaks through the soil. People say, "Oh, how beautiful." But they do not know the truth. They do not know how long it stayed underground. They do not know how many days it struggled in darkness. They do not know how strong it had to become just to rise. Years later, it becomes a tree, big, strong, unshakable, giving shade, fruits, and flowers. Not because it was lucky or helped, but because it kept growing silently when no one believed. This is your reminder. You do not need to show the world your plans. You do not need to prove anything. You do not need noise to grow. You need patience, action, and silence. True success happens underground when no one is watching. Your body is your temple, your energy source, your discipline mirror. Every day in the shadows, do something to strengthen your body. You do not need a gym, just a floor and the will to move. Start with push-ups, walk daily, do deep breathing, stretch, eat less junk, drink more water, sleep early. Your body becomes part of your comeback. At the same time, train your mind, use affirmations, meditate, visualize. Speak to yourself with power, not pain. Tell your mind what your future will look like, and then go build it. There was a man who struggled with panic attacks. He deleted all apps for 60 days. He walked 5 kilometers every morning in silence. He stopped sugar. He slept 7 hours a night. He repeated every morning, "I am not who I was, I am who I am becoming." After 2 months, his panic attacks stopped, not from pills, but from self-respect. Most quit because they do not see instant results. In the shadows, you do not need fast, you need forward. Start tracking daily, make it visual. Use a notebook, chart, or tracker. Every time you read for 30 minutes, check it. Every time you work out, record it. Not to post or brag, but to remind yourself, I am moving forward, I am not stuck. Lesson 3, how to reappear. You disappeared, you cut the noise, you stopped explaining, you went into the shadows, you built yourself in silence, you suffered in silence, you grew in silence. Now the world has forgotten you, and that is exactly what you wanted, because now it is time to return, but not as the same person. You do not come back to talk, you come back to show. You do not come back for attention, you come back as the answer. Now let me give you 4 powerful, deeply real steps for how to reappear and shock the world without saying a word. Step 1, return in peace, not in pieces. When you come back after disappearing, the world will expect 2 things: that you are bitter or broken. But when they see your calm, your peace, your quiet confidence, it will disturb them more than your anger ever could. Step 2, let your work speak louder than your voice. When you reappear, do not explain what you did during your time away. Do not waste time proving you have changed. Let your results speak. No shouting, no drama, just quiet, powerful presence. That is how you return. Let your work, your results, your energy speak louder than any post, caption, or story. Step 3, carry yourself like you do not need the world's approval. When you return, do not ask, do they accept me? Ask, am I proud of who I have become? If yes, nothing else matters. Step 4, stay silent even when you win. Real power does not shout. It shows up, delivers, and leaves quietly. That is the level of transformation we speak of. So when you reappear, remember, you do not need to explain where you have been. You do not need to justify your silence. You do not need to post your comeback. You do not need anyone to clap. Because your comeback was never for them, it was for you. Your glow is undeniable. Your energy is rare. Your focus is sharp. People will notice, people will whisper, people will ask, where did you go? What happened to you? How did you change so much? And you will smile and say, I was working in the dark and now the light speaks for itself. Lesson 4, become the person you never thought you could be. You disappeared. You built in silence. You reappeared with fire in your soul. Now comes the final stage, the one most never reach. It is not about proving anything. It is not about revenge. It is not even about success. This final stage is about becoming the person you never thought you could be. The version of you that once felt like a dream. The one you thought was too late, too far not for someone like you. This is where the real transformation begins. True power is not just changing your life, it is changing your identity. Most stop after the comeback. They achieve a little success, they feel proud. Then they go back to comfort. They start posting again, they listen to opinions again, they slow down, but the rare few push further. They say, if I came this far, how far can I go? If I change this much, who else can I become? That is the mindset of those who make history. That is the mindset of those who leave a legacy. That is the mindset of those who go from ordinary to unstoppable. This stage is not about what the world sees. It is about what you believe about yourself. Now that you have grown, this is the moment you stop surviving and start designing. Let me show you how to step into that final transformation. Step 1. Build a new identity with new standards. After you reappear, you must create a new identity, not based on your past or pain, but on your potential. You cannot live your new life with old habits. You cannot carry your future with your past mindset. You must say, this is who I am now, this is how I live, these are my standards, and I do not negotiate. Step 2, master one skill at a world-class level. To become powerful, respected, and truly free, you must master something. One skill, one craft, one obsession. You do not need to be good at everything. You need to be so good at one thing the world cannot ignore you. Step 3, serve others quietly while growing yourself. This stage is not just personal growth, it is purpose, giving back, helping others rise as you rise. As you rise, you too can serve, not by being famous, but by being present, teaching, giving time, sharing your growth with someone struggling. That is how you make your success meaningful. Step 4, live so disciplined, you no longer rely on motivation. This is the final transformation. When you no longer need motivation, you move because it is who you are. Discipline is freedom. Discipline is how you become someone the old you could never imagine. Wake up when tired. Study when not in the mood. Train when cold. Work when no one claps. Repeat, repeat, repeat until it becomes who you are. That is how you become the person you never thought you could be. When you disappear, people forget you. When you transform, people notice. But when you become someone new, you do not need their attention, you do not need their permission, you do not need their validation, because now you have something better, you have self-respect, you have power, you have peace. This is not just motivation, this is a new life, one you created, one you earned. If someone asks, who are you now? Look them in the eyes and say, I am the version of me that once only lived in dreams, and I'm just getting started. You watched this message for a reason. Something inside you wanted to grow. Something inside you was tired of being the same. You disappeared. You worked in silence. You came back stronger. Now you are not just alive. You are becoming unstoppable. This is your time, not tomorrow, not next month, not someday. Now, the old version of you, the scared, lazy, confused, tired one, is gone. This is your rebirth. This is your new identity. This is your moment. Remember, you do not need motivation every day. You need a mission. Your mission starts now. Disappear. Work in silence. Return like a storm. Become the person the world never saw coming, because when you do that, they will not just notice you, they will never forget you. If this message has touched your heart, if you are ready to change, to grow stronger, to become better every day, then embrace this journey. I am with you. Stay silent, stay strong, stay dangerous.